Is this the ultimate off-road camper? It can go where most cannot. It's light enough to be towed by a mid-sized SUV like our 6th generation Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. It's designed for off-grid luxury outside, but has enough luxury and comfort inside when you want. Honey, how's the bed?
Awesome. So comfortable. That's why I'm still in it.
Or need.
The weather turned instantaneously. Woo!
It's great at traditional RV camping like KOA or national park campsites, but can follow you and provide amazing glamping when you want to venture deeper into nature. Is this the ultimate camper for you? Stick around to find out about our Arkto Campers Overlanding Glamper. Welcome back to Craving.Outdoors. In this episode, we take you on a tour. We show you the camper, exactly how it is the morning after our 9th night with it. We've made our way back to California.
Wow, look at that view. That is Mount Shasta.
And found a nice camping spot.
And we just found this at the side of the road. This is the spot here. Joe's gonna back in.
We are setting up in the Shasta-Trinity National Forest near Mount Shasta. So far, it's been amazing. The Arkto is great for those who want to tow with a 4Runner or other mid-size tow vehicle. For its size and features, it is super light at only a 3,600 pound dry weight. Its max weight is rated for 4,600 pounds. Our configuration as you see it with gear, water, and all weighs in at 4,400 pounds. The 4Runner is a great vehicle to tow this camper. Pound for pound, I would venture to say that this camper is the lightest, most feature-packed, and well-built, and most cost-effective camper available in its class. I don't think we can do full-time in it, but for multi-day on- and off-road adventures, this is the absolute best option for us, in my humble opinion. Let's take a look at our Arkto Campers off-road trailer. We're back in California and we are headed home today. I think what I'm going to do is just give you a walk-around video of the camper in its state this morning. We haven't cleaned it up, we haven't done anything, and I'm just going to walk around and talk about everything I can think about that we've had in our experience over the last 10 days and 9 nights in this guy. All right.
Hey, honey.
Good morning.
It's our 9th consecutive night in our camper. 9 consecutive nights.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thoroughly blown away by this thing. It's more than we could have expected. It's actually exceeded our expectations, in my opinion. What about you, honey?
Yeah.
I think we've discovered the secret to glamping, and that is getting a camper that you love. And this Arkto camper is the one that we love. Now, I'm not going to say it's perfect. I mean, there are little issues. For example, okay, I want you guys to listen to something. Listen to this. Do you guys hear that? So let me show you what's going on, guys. And I think it's an easy fix. By the way, we bought this little step right here, and it's fantastic. Because it's so easy to step down out of here now. Because this is actually a pretty tall step. And coming down this way and this way was a little awkward. But stepping down on this, so you can just step here and then you're in now. So highly recommend one of these. And then when it's not down here, ow! Oh, sorry, honey. Sorry, babe. Okay, when it's up here, we put our laptop here and it's our TV stand. So let me show you what's going on here. I don't have the lights on in here right now. That's why it's kind of dark. So what happens is this thing. See that?
Joe, stop it.
Sorry. And one of the things we learned is that leveling the thing is not a standard operation, right? Because you're on different terrain. You're just, the terrain, like for example here, is really bumpy. Look how much higher. These were connected yesterday, but this is how much we had to lower the hitch in order to level it out. Leveling is kind of a puzzle. Every time you set up, you got to figure out how to level, unless you're going to RV parks or something where they give you a level pad. But if you're going off grid and you're coming into national forest and you're just dispersed camping like we are right now, you're never going to find level ground. And so you've got to just puzzle it together every time. So the other important thing when you're setting up is once you get things level, you got to use your ARC-EXO stabilizers. And what that's these guys, the corner steadies. And so what I like to do is I like to put them down and tighten them to the ground until it lifts the car, or not the car, but until it lifts the RV about a ½ inch, so that I know that there's tension on the stabilizers. And you'll notice here that these stabilizers aren't always flat on the ground. And the reason is because, again, we're in different ground conditions. This all the way retracted up would not go all the way straight. So I locked it in the next position and then I just tightened it down until this lifted up about ½ an inch. And if you get things steady with the proper amount of tension, which I'm still trying to figure out, then you don't get that shaking in the cabin. This one was good enough to come straight down. I would prefer it to be straight down like this, up and down, but you're not always going to get that. The kitchen. Little side table. Yeah, you've got to open. This doesn't quite clear it. So this is the kitchen. The kitchen is phenomenal. So let me show you how we have it organized, because we just picked it up. So we just had our front runner thing, and it has all of our utensils and stuff in it. And it works for us. It doesn't look pretty, but we know where everything is and it works great. And going off grid and bumping everything around, it's not been a big deal. This drawer here is just kind of our kitchen junk drawer. We have this stuff that we use that is handy. You know, little towels, cutting boards, the oven glove, garbage bags, supplements, spices, just that kind of stuff. And this is how it kind of settled out for us. Kitchen rag, some soap, Sea to Summit soap, sponge. So anyways, these lights sometimes work and they don't, but this pantry is fantastic. So in here we've got our coffee maker. We've got these 3 front runner bins that go in here. We just leave them undone and we just kind of grow in and, like, for example, grab our coffee mugs out of here, grab Ziploc bags or whatever's in there. Fluff, okay. chips, this is all it's kind of in here. We've got our Omnia oven, we've got our waffle maker, which we didn't use on this trip at all. That combined with this is pretty much everything we need for the kitchen. Of course, the food is in the fridge, which I'm going to show you in a bit. But the fridge, this area here, and this area here, it was perfect for us. This little table is so handy. You know, it's only got 22-pound max load, so it's not like you're going to be sitting on it or anything. But I tell you what, this thing is so handy. You put it down, we take our coffee maker, put it right here, plug it in on the side, and it's like ready to go. We put our toaster up here to make I mean, this thing is awesome. So we love the configuration of this. It has a nice awning right here, a 270 awning that goes all the way around. The awning is nice when it's deployed. The awning is from Overland Vehicle Systems. It's actually not my favorite company for these kinds of things. I prefer the Bush Company awnings. We have one on our 5th gen. And the main reason is because this bag is not big enough to stuff the awning into. So it's literally, you know, getting it out and deployed and put back in is not a problem. The hard part is getting the thing zipped up. And so that is a real major pain. And it's not something that we're thrilled with, but the awning is great when it's deployed. So this half comes out over here. You hook it into right here. And he's created another little bracket right there that the awning rope will go against so that you're not putting tension on the shower right here. The other side comes out, and I think I've got a video which I'll show. I think we've got multiple videos of deploying this thing, and it just hooks into right there and you tension it up and it's fine. So when it's out, it's really good. The other thing, it's really tall. My wife is 5'10", I'm 6 feet tall. For us, you know, depending on what ground we're on and everything, this thing is very, very tall. So we always have had to use that to get up there and struggle with it. And we haven't been able to put it away unless the kitchen has been folded up and put away. Okay, as we walk ourselves around, this here is the refrigerator. This thing is so fantastic. Absolutely love it. Dual zone refrigerator. Works great. It's been on the entire, since the 28th. It's never turned off. We love that there's a little landing pad right here to take stuff out and throw down right there. It's a side table when we're sitting over here. It's great. Highly, highly love this thing. We opted for the Starlink. So the Starlink is fantastic. We had some issues getting it working at first, but now it works great. The only issue is that this thing broke. So I was pushing it in and I was giving it some force because it wasn't clicking in, and then I gave it a little too much force and it just went all the way through. So I had to pull out the connector that's there, put my own. Luckily I had a connector, an RJ45 connector, a coupler, so that I could just manually couple it in right there. So I'm gonna have to get that fixed. The Starlink has been fantastic. Like right now we're getting about 200 and something megabit download and like 40 or 50 megabit upload. We did have some problems getting it working at first, and the first problem was that cable that goes into the Starlink wasn't connecting in all the way. We think that's what's going on. But after I got that in, and then we got it working, and then it stopped working, and then finally it works great. I don't know what we did. The LAN cable was plugged in, the WAN cable was plugged in the LAN port, so I replugged that into the WAN port, and I played around with the configurations. I set up a static route. I think maybe if you guys want, at some point I'll do a video on how to properly set this up, because I think I've got the configuration down now. So you plug it in when you get to your spot. We never even turn the router off. It's just on the whole time. And then about 10 or 15 minutes later, you'll hear this wah, and then the dish itself will start moving and it'll point itself in the optimal direction. So that's been great. Okay, so this is the storage box for the front, and it's huge. There's the Starlink module if you opt for that, and it provides the power over Ethernet, and this black cable is the one that comes in and connects up right there. But our tongue, I guess, storage area is massive. We've got like recovery equipment back here, shovel, a full-length broom. Our Max Trax goes in here. Right up front, we have our tools. I've got a chainsaw. I have a sledgehammer, because sometimes you need a sledgehammer. Axe for cutting firewood if we need to. And then we've got an impact, but you don't need the massive impact like this. Any drill with a 19 millimeter is going to be perfect for your ARC-EXO stabilizers. Okay. These are all the cables that come with it. You got your DC to DC charger for the batteries. You know, your 7-pin safety, brake safety. Here's our 7-pin. So this is interesting. So this had a cover, and so did this, and they're both gone. So I don't know why they're gone. I don't know if someone came and broke them off, or it's just, you know, because of the roads we're on, the articulation happening. This cable is actually pretty tight. They give a 6-foot pigtail. I think it needs to be 7 feet actually, because on our configuration, it just barely goes in, and then you have really no slack in here. So maybe it's so tight that this thing was moving and it broke it off. I don't know what happened there, but it is what it is. This side here is that is the propane tank. We store all of our shore power stuff in here. So we have a 30 amp shore power plug, and Arkto Campers provides you with this cable here. And this cable plugs into right here, the 30 amp plug. They don't all come with a 30 amp plug. I think ours came with it because of one of our options, and I'm not sure, probably the air conditioning option, which I'll show you in a bit. But then it comes to this. So that plugs in here. This is a 30 amp plug that we can plug in at shore power. And then this is just the standard extension cord that we run from here to here. We stayed at this one RV park in British Columbia where they only had 50 amp, but they actually provided us a 50 amp to 30 amp. So we plugged the 50 amp in, plugged this into the 30 amp, and then everything else fit properly. And it was awesome, man. It's just like everything ran like non-stop. We actually ran our AC forever, like all day long with that all plugged in. Okay. Let's see. This here is locked. So let me get the key. So these are the keys that you get when you get an Arkto camper. This key is for that little flip down table. The key, at least for us, the key with the gold is for the door. And then the key that doesn't have gold on it is for all of these locks here. And then this extra key that I have here is for the hitch lock. So anyway, so the key without the gold is for the locks. So you turn that way, and then it opens. And in here, we've got our WRAPPON toilet. That is such, if you're gonna get an upgrade, get the WRAPPON toilet. There's other parts of our adventure video where we go into this thing, and so you can watch that, but just get the toilet. It's freaking awesome. Okay, in this space, which is massive, this is our Truma SAPHIR air conditioner. It is fantastic. And this little shelf that I have here is the shelf that Arkto provides to fill in one of the benches on the inside. But we're really not going to use it. We have used it a little bit, but I just use it over here as a shelf on top of the AC and just store things there. So I just put, right for now, I just put these gas cans in there. These are empty. And lots of storage. It's phenomenal. We have 30 amp shore power, SAE port for plugging in a portable solar panel, I guess. This is some kind of a vent. I don't know what it's for. This is our fill port for the water. Pretty easy to fill water in that. We did a few times in like in Revelstoke in British Columbia. They have a free fill station, which was nice. This is the vent for the Truma COMBI system, and yesterday I had a big old branch stuck in here. We're on some pretty rough trail, and there was a lot of very narrow sections to that trail, and so we do have some scratches and stuff on the camper, unfortunately, but that should all buff out. And anyways, those are like good war wounds, I think. Okay, in here we have, so this is our Truma COMBI system. You can see all the way through that there is the kitchen over there. This thing is fantastic. This here is the heating system and the water heater. And we have taken showers with this. It's been perfect. I thought we would need to upgrade to a Julka. And so I had Aaron and the team at Arkto modify the gas inlet so that they put an extra gas line in for me here. Oh yeah, you can see actually from here. You can see the gas line that I'll show you the port for right back there. And anyways, this thing has been awesome. No complaints at all. Okay, this guy here. This thing is phenomenal. We have so much space in here. We have no idea what to do with it all. So right now we store our water fill hose here. This is the container that came with the Arkto camper. And in it has like, you know, they give you like your shower head and I don't know what that is. There's just stuff in there, random stuff that you're gonna use, and so you want to just keep that away. In here originally came the extra padding for the couch for the inside, and that shelf piece that I put in that storage cabinet. Once we removed that, this whole space emptied up, and I was able to fit our Trailfire grill in there, which we haven't used a single time. This is normally our pad that we have out. These are all the tools that I carry with me. I've got more tools back there. This is a little lounging chair. And this is like extra poles and the stuff for the couch. So anyways, again, the storage in this thing is massive. We don't even know what to do with all the storage. There's so much of it. It's fantastic. Okay, go around the back. Shower. Light. I think this is a license plate holder. I'm guessing it is. I mean, I wouldn't see why they would have exposed things here. So I'm guessing that's a license plate holder. This is the shower port here. Put a trasharoo on here, which we haven't used one time. I did throw an empty Coke can right here. Spare tire. I mean, normal stuff. This is the thing that we had special added, but this is an extra propane line that connects into the system. I wanted to hook up our fire pit to this with an extra hose that this can be out here without having to open the kitchen, because the kitchen does supply an extra hose here for like a barbecue or something. But when that's closed up, I wanted to have the ability to hook up our propane fire pit without that being open. So we had this. The second thing is that I was thinking of running a line from there to a Julka full-time hot water system that I was going to mount here. And then the water line I can hook into the Julka, And then the Julka we would shower from. But to be honest, we don't need it. I'm not even going to do that now because the Truma system is enough. I love the fact that I have it, but so far we haven't used it at all. Recovery points here on the frame. And this here is a plug for the wrap-on toilet that they add if you get that option. We did bring the toilet out here once and the cord is too short. And so I don't know if there is an extension cord or something, but I'm gonna have to figure out some way to extend the cord from the toilet to this plugger, because it's like 2 feet long, and when it fully extended, maybe 3 feet long. So it comes to about here. But then depending on your terrain, you want to position the toilet how you want to position it, and you can't because the cord is so short. So, okay. Here's the roof that's popped up. We got the insulated thing. Yes, I mean, that shouldn't even be an option. It should just be standard, because I can't imagine anyone not getting it. If you lock everything up and close it all down, the inside stays cool, even though it's sitting in direct sun. And the insulated thing, well, I couldn't imagine having without it, so just get it. Let's go on the inside now. Honey, I'm coming inside.
Okay. Thanks for the announcement.
Yep, you're welcome. Okay, so we put our shoes like right here. We try not to get them here, because this part here can get really dirty. We do want to put some kind of a carpet or rug here. So
yeah, and then we usually have a mat outside, a large
mat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot because, you know, you're out in nature.
Exactly. We have not cleaned in here. This is exactly how it's been used for the last 10 days, 9 nights. Again, this roof, it's not as easy to put up and down as the videos make it look, but it is doable. I have done it. For me, it's pretty easy. For Solveig, she can do it, and she does, and she's been doing it pretty much every day.
It's easy to put it up. For me, it's harder to put this part down.
Yeah.
Because I just don't have big enough guns.
But she does it anyways. The sides go in. We've never had to tuck in the sides or anything. We just zip everything up. You put that one down, it comes down. You put this one down, it comes down. You lock all the corners and you're good. And make sure you lock the corners.
Yeah.
We had, a couple of days ago, we had a trucker honking like the world was ending at us. And we're like, what's wrong? He's like, your roof. And we looked outside. And we forgot to lock the corners down, and on the freeway, the roof would went doink and popped straight up.
Yeah.
This part stayed down. This part, so we had to pull over, close it all down. So that is now something that we will probably never, ever make that mistake again.
But it confirms to us that at least while you're first starting out with a new camper, have the two people double check everything was done.
Yeah.
We failed with that because I got distracted. And we just didn't even think to do it.
One of our bits of advice to you is when you're going through your checklist, understand what the start and stop of that process is. Like, for example, the roof. The start of the roof, of putting down the roof, is that part down, this part down, and
closing the clasps.
Closing the clasps.
Yeah.
Understand what is the beginning to the end, and then do that process all the way through without interruption until it's done. Because if you go halfway through, you're probably going to forget the last step. And if that means you've got to go around the thing 3 or 4 times, then go around the thing 3 or 4 times. The more that those habits become built, the faster it becomes. So like, it's getting faster for us now.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
it's not a big deal. It's just remembering this, you know, to do everything.
Yeah. So packing up the first couple of days probably was a 2 to 3 hour deal. We just thought, oh, we're going to get out of here in an hour. Nope. 2 hours, 2.5 hours later, we were finally able to get out. Okay. The other day we got out in an hour. Mm-hmm. So it's getting faster and faster. So anyways, okay.
And so in that hour we even showered. So.
All right. So in here, they give you this awesome little storage. we just have this essentially for storage and random stuff. A garbage can there. It's a really great space. This is like a boot cubby, but we use it for our laundry because we don't store any of our boots in here. All of our boots stay in the 4Runner. All right, so this is a storage area that we just throw random stuff in right now. Just whatever we don't access much is all goes in here. I think we actually have some bottles down here. So we got some wine. We got Canadian Twinkies still. Okay, so, oops. So these are the extra pillows that they give you so that you can put them here and here to make this a bench that goes along. And then there's a rail that goes here and here. And then this part of the table goes on one side. And then that shelf that I showed you that's underneath here over the Truma SAPHIR AC goes on this side. And then these pillows go down. So you can make this kind of a big L-style bench. And we did that once. And it's nice. I mean, when you do that, it's a huge platform down here. But we don't find that we really need to do that. So we just use these pillows actually, you know, just for the backup of the bench as an extra pillow to lay on. I'll put them down here, over here, like so. And then put my pillows up here, down here. And then I've got a great little work area right here with the laptop. If I want to watch TV, I can through the laptop. This little area right here is massive and it's comfortable and it's super wide. It's really wide right here. So easily could be a bed for one of our grown kids. And then I know that they have this bunk option here. I mean, there's a lot of space here. That bunk option goes to here and it comes out to about here. I mean, that would be really good. So this is our toilet area. Wrap-on toilet goes there. This is all the battery stuff, and the battery stuff is phenomenal. We opted for, okay, let me show that to you. Let's see if I can show that to you. So here's our battery system. So we've got 640 amp hours of battery in here. That's two 320 amp hour lithiums. The Rogue, and then this here we upgraded to a Manager Alpha 70. And the reason we did that was because now we get 75 amps of charging power combined versus only 30 with the Manager 30. The other thing is that this thing gives you the ability to charge your car battery if you're off grid and your battery dies. So in here, there's a function. I think this is it. Start battery recovery. And if you connect the DC to DC system and you hit that button, for 15 minutes it'll take battery power from here and charge your car battery so that you can start the car. So I love that feature. And I gotta say that this Manager Alpha 75 is beautiful. If I would have done it again, I would have gotten the Alpha 100 because then you could charge it 100 amps. Because we have maxed out our charging when we got shore power plugged in, when we got the car plugged in. We have 400 amps of solar up top. Not ever worry about, having conserve power. We got plenty of battery power. We got plenty of charging power. And so far in this 10 days, honey, have we ever stressed about power?
No.
Not at all. In fact, our batteries haven't gone below like 68%. And we've had the AC on full blast. I mean, it's really nice. It's glamping at its best. So that's the power system. How did we organize this stuff? This eventually ended up becoming our toiletry drawer. So it's toothpaste, all that stuff, contact fluids, soaps, all that stuff is just in here for me and Solveig. This ended up being our junk drawer. I mean, the drawers are massive. It's 2 feet deep, and it's like, 6-7 inches tall. You can fit a lot of stuff in here. So we just have this as a junk drawer. This ended up, it started as my clothing drawer, ended up as my electronics drawer, where I keep all my batteries, charging, power, everything for the laptop and the cameras and stuff. So in here, we have our Boxio sink. And this is an inside sink and it has a mirror. And we've used this quite a bit. And this drawer has become my cabinet for my clothes. And so all of my clothes go in here, and then we keep our pea powder in here for the wrap-on toilet. The other thing that's in here is the Starlink router. And so that's right there. And then in here are Solvig's clothes. So I'll show you this side. So you can see there's a lot of space in here. In fact, we could probably put some kind of shelf system in here to maximize that space. And on this side is her clothes also. The bed is, honey, how's the bed?
Awesome. So comfortable. That's why I'm still in it.
Solvig is still in bed. We're using our Western mountaineering ultralight sleeping bags that we take on our backpacking trips. We also have an iCamper blanket.
So that's the one thing where I'm going to change. I'm going to get a blanket and
proper blanket bedding. Sheets. Yeah. And then over here, they actually have a cubby right here. So you can see this cubby where she's got her charging. You can put a soda. There's a vent back here for the heater so that you can throw your blanket over it and get heat up here pretty good. It has a MAXX fan, which we use constantly. This is the remote for it. We always have it on the out, so you can see that. We leave it on, right now it is 64 degrees in here. So it's a perfect temperature. It's open, and we just have it air out, and that way it sucks air out and sucks cool air in through the windows. And it works fantastic. One thing I'd like to see, okay, this little light, when you've got something plugged in, is so bright that it shines right in your eyes as I'm laying in bed. Got a great plug here. This one has one regular and one USB-C. That is the temperature port or sensor for the Truma COMBI. We have our Truma COMBI system here, which is a great night light. So when it's dark and I need to see really quickly, I'll just reach down and I'll hit this, and this light comes on and it shines light all throughout here and provides just a fantastic night light. But we've got our heater, AC, water heater, and fan control right there. We never set the time because it just resets all the time, so we just ignore that. Comes with a fire extinguisher right down there. Oh, it comes with a sensor up here for something. Another sensor down here for something else. There are vents here. This I just noticed a couple of days ago. This is awesome having this handle here, although I never use it. Okay. When you're traveling, make sure these are popped in, because they actually lock. They actually lock things here. Oops. Yeah, they actually lock things down. If you leave them open and you drive, you're going to find the drawer popped open. So this door is really cool. I love this door because you can separate it and then close only the screen door part. And then this you can just leave open. And that way you can have a really nice airflow going in. And yeah. We did opt for this cover. Otherwise, it's just see-through, so get the cover. In fact, I don't think we've ever taken the cover off. We just left it there. And when we want it open, we just leave it like this. The only complaint I will say is that there needs to be a handle on this side. So there isn't. So when you're coming in, there's no way to. Oh, I guess you could do it like that. You can do it like this. We've had to open this and pull on it. Now the bad thing about that is that you open it and you pull on it and you close it, bugs always come in through here. This thing also gets stuck sometimes. And we panicked one time. We're like, oh my God, why this locked and we can't get it unlocked? It was just stuck from condensation or something. And if you leave that open accidentally, bugs are getting in. All right, everybody. That's the Arkto camper that we just picked up in Canada. We've been on an adventure for 10, 11 days. Mm-hmm. We hope we taught you guys a little bit about the camper.
And then as we learn, we're going to just be continuing to share our journey.
That's right. If you like this video, if you like this content, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like to help the algorithm. Liking and subscribing doesn't cost you anything, but it would really help us out. We're trying to grow our channel. Thank you, everybody, for being around for this. And A lot more adventures are coming up with this system. Bye!
Bye.